Hello friends, in this video I am going to discuss about obtain and revocation of digital certificate. Topic of network security. In previous video I have discussed X.509 certificate format. It means digital certificate format. Outline of this video is how to obtain digital certificate from certification authority. Second one, revocation of digital certificate. Revocation means cancellation of digital certificate. So first of all, we start from how to obtain digital certificate X.509 certificate from the certificate authority. Any user can verify a certificate if he or she has the public key of the certificate authority that issued the certificate. So before obtaining a certificate, a particular user can share his or her public key to the certification authority. Certification authority will generate one certificate, and this certificate will be encrypted using the certification authority private key and sent to the user. User will capture that certificate and decrypt using the certification authority public key. If user does not know about certification authority public key, then user cannot verify that certificate. So in this figure you can show here X is the certification authority and A and C both are the users. For example, A will share his or her public key to the certification authority X. X will generate certificate of A and send to the user A. Here this is the format of certificate. So X of A, this is the notation of certificate. Here X of C, it is the certificate of C generated by X. Since certificates are unforgeable, they are simply stored in the directory. The directory entry for each certification authority includes two types of certificate. First one, forward certificate, certificates of X generated by other certification authorities. Now see in this figure, here X is one of the certification authority and W is another certification authority, and A and C both are the users. Whenever X and W both are communicate with each other and they both are generate certificate of each other. So as per the definition of forward certificates, certificates of X generated by other CA. Here in this figure you can see over here, this is the certificate notation. The certificate of X generated by the W. So this is called forward certificate. Next, reverse certificates. Certificates generated by X that are the certificate of other certification authorities. Now see in this figure, here the certificate authority W's certificate will be generated by X. So here certificate of W and generated by X. So it is called reverse certificate as per the definition of reverse certificate. Next, users subscribe to same certification authority can obtain certificate from the directory. Now see in this figure, here X1 is the certification authority which is communicate with user A. So it means user A will connect with the certification authority X1. Same as user B will be connected with the certification authority X2. Suppose A has obtained a certificate from the certification authority X1 and B has obtained a certificate from certification authority X2. Now see in this figure, this is the certificate of A will be prepared by certification authority X1 and sent to the user A. Same, this is the certificate of B which is prepared by certification authority X2 and sent to the B. A user may directly send the certificate to the other user. Now you can see over here, A will send his or her certificate to B and B will share his or her certificate to the A. So here X2 of B, here X1 of A. Next, if A does not know the public key of X2, then B's certificate issued by X2 is useless to A because A can read B's certificate but A cannot verify the signature. So in this figure you can see over here, A will receive the certificate of B, but A does not know the certification authority X2 public key because A cannot communicate with the X2. So it means user A will read the certificate of B, but A cannot verify the signature. However, multiple certification authorities are there, and users subscribe to different certification authority may want to communicate with each other. It means A want to communicate with B or B want to communicate with A. It means A must have to communicate with X1 and X2 because B's certificate will be generated by X2. So A must know the public key of X2, and same for the B. B must have to communicate with X2 and X1. Next, but if the two certification authorities have securely exchanged their own public keys, now you can see over here X1 and X2 communicate with each other. Here certificate of X2 generated by X1, one copy is written in his certification authority repository and second one is shared with the X2. Now same for the X2. X2 will generate the certification of X1, certificate of X1 and share with the certification authority X1. So one copy is available in X2's repository. The following procedure will enable A to obtain B's public key. First point, A obtains the certificate of X2 signed by X1. Now you can see over here certificate of X2, and this certificate will be generated by X1, or we can say signed by the X1 and share with the user A. From the directory, A securely knows X1's public key because A and X1 is already communicate with each other and both know the public key of both the user A and certification authority X1. So A can obtain X2's public key from its certificate. So from this X1 of X2 read the certificate and get the public key of X2 and also verify the certificate because this certificate was signed by the X1 certification authority X1. A then obtained the certificate of B signed by X2. Now see over here, this is the certificate of B and signed by X2. Now B will share with the certificate with A. So here A now has the copy of X2's public key because A was received certificate of X2 and signed by X1. So A already have the public key of X2. So A can verify the signature and securely obtain B's public key from the X2 of B because A have the public key of X2. So A will receive the public key of B and verify the signature of this certificate because A have the public key of X2. In this case, A has used a chain of certificates to obtain B's public key. In the notation of X.509, this chain is expressed as this figure shows the chain of certificates. In chain of certificate, A will receive the certificate of X2 and signed by the X1 and then receive the certificate of B which is signed by the X2. Next, any level of hierarchy can be followed to produce a chain in this way. For example, in the given figure, now see in this figure, there are multiple of certification authority are there and connected with each other. So you can see over here, this is the certification authority hierarchy. We can say CA hierarchy. So in this figure, you can see over here, this is the W. W is connected with the one of the certification authority V and another certification authority X. So now see this certificates for each CA are maintained in the directory. So in repository of the certification authority W, W generate the certificate of V which is stored in W's repository, and also W will generate the certificate of X which is stored in repository of W, and also certificate of W received from the V and received from the X. So there are 4 certificate will be shown over here. For example, in the given figure, A can establish a certification path to B in the following way. So now see in the figure, here A and here B, both are connected with the different certification authority. Here A is communicate with X and the B will communicate with Z. It means the user A's certificate will be generated by X and user B's certificate will be generated by Z. So first of all, X of W, it means A will receive the certificate of W which is signed by the X, and now A will get the public key of W. In second step, A will receive the certificate of V which is signed by the W. Now A have the public key of W, so this second step certificate verified by the A. Then same certificate of Y which is signed by the V, then certificate of Z which is signed by the Y, because A have the public key of Y, so A can verify the certificate of Z. And finally A will get the certificate of B which is signed by the Z and verified by the A. So when A has obtained these certificates, it can decrypt the certification path in sequence to recover a copy of B's public key. Using this public key, A can send encrypt message to the B, because A already get the public key of user B. If B requires A's public key, it can obtain in the similar way. Now see in the figure, B will be connected with Z, Z is connected with Y, Y is connected with V, V is connected with W, and W is connected with X. So in first step, certificate of Y will be signed by Z and sent to the B. Next, certificate of V generated by the Y and sent to the B. Then certificate of W generated by V and sent to the B. Then certificate of X generated by W and sent to the B. And finally the certificate of A which is generated by the X and sent to the B. Now B will verify all the certificate one by one and get the public key of A and communicate with the A. Next, revocation of digital certificate. Revocation means cancellation of digital certificate. So first of all, what is certificate revocation? Certificate revocation is the act of invalidating a certificate before it schedules expiration date. So it means whenever certificate is expired, so there is no issue, but certificate is not expired and you must have to cancel that certificate, so this is called certificate revocation. Certificates that are revoked are stored on a list by the certification authority called the certification revocation list. However, certificate need to be revoked if, first point, the user's private key has been compromised, so you must have to revoke the certificate. The user's certificate has been compromised, so certificate must be revoked. And the third one is the user is no longer certified by the certification authority. At that time, certification authority must be revoked that user's certificate. The certificate revocation format is shown in this figure. Now see this figure. This is the X.509 CRL format. CRL means certificate revocation list. Next, each certificate authority must maintain a list consisting of all revoked but not expired certificate issued by that certificate authority, including both those issued to the users and other certificate authority. It means all the certificate list which is revoked but not expired, and the certificate was generated for the users and other certificate authority. Next, each certificate revocation list posted to the directory is signed by the issuer and includes, so first one is the issuer's name. Now see in this figure, here the issuer name, it means the certification authority name. Second one, the date the list was created, so this is the date. Next, the date the next CRL is scheduled to be issued, and an entry for each revoked certificate. Now see in this figure, this is the user certificate serial number and revocation date. Now another user certificate will come for the revocation, so it will be added over here and the list will be updated continuously. Every user must check the CRL before using other user's public key. It means whenever A want to communicate with B, so before using the certificate of B, so A will check the CRL, it means certificate revocation list. If B's certificate will be available in CRL, so A will not communicate with B. So there is one question: what happens when you revoke a certificate? Ideally, browsers and other clients should be able to detect that the certificate is revoked in timely manner, so the security warning that certificate is no longer trusted and prevent user from the further consuming such a website. Now see one screenshot of the browser. So here there is certificate error, or we can say this certificate is revoked of this website. So what happened here? There is a problem with this website security certificate. So first reason is the security certificate presented by this website was not issued by a trusted certificate authority, so it generates certificate error. This certificate will be revoked, or we can say the certificate of this website is cancelled. So whenever the certificate of this website is cancelled, so it gives the some kind of warning. So here now read this: we recommend that you close this web page and do not continue this website. So there are two options: one is click here to close this website web page, and second one is continue to this website. So whenever this kind of error given in web page, so we must not have visit this kind of websites. Thank you for watching this video. Please like, share and comment. Subscribe my channel on YouTube, Chirag Bhalodia. Press bell icon to get new video notification. Follow my blog, Edu Resources. Thank you.